Like, how about them Browns winning against the Carolina Panthers? Myles Garrett had 2 sacks.
Y'all almost let Baker make good on his promise.
Of course, the Queen with the gold mic. We already know your Pittsburgh Steelers won.
Yeah, baby.
23-20 after that doink missed field goal from around the world. That was yeah, I heard that. We heard that here in Cleveland. I swear for God.
Mind your business.
Dang, but he made good on it. He made good on it. He made good. He made good on it. He made good on it.
Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Don't come for my Steelers.
I ain't coming for your Steelers. I'm just saying. I mean, it was a dizoink.
Excuse me?
It was a doink.
We heard that.
Mm-hmm.
We heard it. We knew what it was.
Right.
Trust me, I understand.
All right. Human T-Rex on the 1s and 2s. What's going on? Human T-Rex. I know he was happy and everything else like that. I'm glad that you did not miss us on Labor Day weekend, because we had to do a special tribute to the one and only William Silver B. Richards. And
rest well, Silver B. Rest well.
And like I said before, when I was at the Cleveland City Hall talking to a couple of councilmen and also our mayor, Silver B needs a day. He needs a day, period, because of the simple fact of the matter is the work that he's done in the city of Cleveland and everything, and putting entertainers in here and things of that nature. So, and I hate to lead off. I'm trying to lead off with the sports because we had a couple of deaths. Everybody knows a lot.
The Queen.
Queen Elizabeth.
Don't talk about the Queen.
Queen Elizabeth passed away. We have Bernard Shaw, David Arnold, the comedian here from Ohio. He passed away. And we had a murder on Monday. It was a Monday or Tuesday. Ooh. PNB Rock, the hip hop artist.
And don't forget about Jesse Powell.
Yeah, Jesse Powell. Jesse Powell passed away.
It was a poet
R&B singer Jesse Powell. So it was.
He was only 51. I did not know that.
Right.
Wow.
That, you know what? Scary thought about that. You know, so to me it's messed up. Mm-hmm. So.
That's the problem.
It's a messed up feeling, you know, death, but especially when it comes at the hands of somebody else. Now, Jay, I'm going to go in on some people right now. So I'm going in on the people that are criticizing the girlfriend of PNB Rock, one of his daughter's mothers.
So, okay. So I'm not quite understanding.
Mm-hmm.
What did they say that she did that caused his death?
Well, the thing about it is that she put up the location for they were killed outside of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in L.A., a bad part of Los Angeles where gang activity happens. Now, PNB was known for wearing chains, just like all the hip hop stars usually do. Mm-hmm. And she put up the location. Unfortunately, gunmen came in after he robbed PNB. He shot him multiple times and killed him right in that particular restaurant. So they're blaming her for putting up the location. Some people are, and I'm not one of them. You know, Jay Prince of Rap-A-Lot went off on the people that were blaming her, saying pretty much expletive. Why are you blaming her? I mean, this woman just lost not only her dude, but the father of the father of her daughter. You know, he has 2 daughters. So she was
okay.
So
okay. So I understand why people are saying what they're saying.
But
I get it.
But here's the thing: we're dogging her, but not the person that shot and killed this man.
Well, he gonna tell anyway if she was in on it. The truth don't come out.
I mean, the thing about it is that the weirdest part about it is that everybody's telling her to kill herself, all this other madness. Listen. Shut up.
The truth is going to come out. If she had anything to do with it, the truth is going to come out. So I get it.
They would have shot, because if she wasn't, they would have shot her. That's why.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Listen. But with that being said,
I don't agree with them dogging her.
Right.
I can agree with the fact that something sounds fishy.
Okay. All right, so here's my thing. I wish you dumbass people would shut the hell up sometimes on social media because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about as far as that. She just saw her man pretty much get murdered in cold blood, have his change. They talked about contraband or whatever the police did. We know that was his change, his money taken right from him.
Didn't he have drugs on him?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just had money. He had money and he had his chains. And the thing about it is that really, y'all going in on her, but y'all not going in on the person that shot and killed him. I mean, the thing about it is that Ice-T said it on his Twitter, pretty much quote unquote, that him, Snoop, and everybody else really don't wear their chains around certain parts of LA because there are wolves in there. There are wolves that will come after them no matter what star status that they have. They looking to rob people. They're not looking to work. They looking to jack you, pretty much, point blank. And, you know, and some people say, well, Ice-T is scared. No, you don't have to be scared. You just got to be careful, be cautious, things of that nature. You don't have to be scared. You can just be cautious.
But I get it. I get why they're saying what they're saying is because it doesn't seem right that they just randomly picked out this particular location and went in and robbed somebody and shot and killed them. It just sounds too iffy.
Well, to me, it's just another black father gone. And it's sad because, you know, no matter what you do, no matter how you do it. I mean, I get approached by people who beg all the time downtown when I'm handling business, homeless people, things of that nature. Somebody got to try to get aggressive with me. And for those people who say, well, you know, I don't, you know, people with their locations and everything, you can be cautious, but listen, calm down with all that BS. Let the investigators investigate. Let them find out what happened. The truth will come out. But at this particular point in time, let's just grieve for this young man and his family. Matter of fact, I need a moment of silence for him and Jesse Powell today. So give me 30 seconds, T-Rex. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I understand what you're saying, but the thing about it is, as of right now, whatever happens is not going to bring this young man back. And he has some good quality. He's like, people said he has some good quality music, trying to get his life getting his life together, providing for his family, things of that nature, doing what he needed to do. And for some ruthless, unfeeling people to go in there and just kill that man in broad daylight, in cold blood. Now, according to police reports, she was also robbed of her belongings as well, purse, everything else like that. It's sad.
But why would they leave her to identify them? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't like people's motives. I don't know what's going on. He had the money. He had the jewels. I have no idea. I'm saying that as of right now, this young man is dead. And whoever did it, I hope they bring them to justice because he got away in a getaway car.
You know, people are, this generation is desensitized to death because they all think that they can just hit the reset button and everybody's going to raise up from the dead.
No, that's not happening.
That's what they think. These games have got them thinking that. That's just my opinion.
This is some bullshit. Excuse me. And I know I've been going off and I'm checking myself with the swear words, but the thing about it is that it angers me that, y'all respect the shooter more than the person that got killed. And
I don't think it's that, Larry. I don't think that it's the fact that they respect the shooter. That they just
the shooter is crazy. I mean, nobody want to get shot. So if somebody out here got a gun acting crazy, you really want to respect them and leave them alone. Because to me, fear and respect, man, it's deep. Fear and love is deep.
Yeah.
People put fear out here. There's some crazy people out here.
Yeah, it is definitely some crazy.
But there's also some.
One that was in Indiana.
See what I'm saying?
that was doing the shooting. He was just randomly going around shooting people.
We were talking about that earlier. So what is a Dutch officer? I never heard
I don't
that
know.
term.
I don't know
Have
either.
y'all ever heard that?
No,
Did y'all hear
no.
that though?
I heard of
Got
it,
killed, yeah.
but I've never heard of that term.
Okay.
I've never heard of that
It's
term.
just we're I think this whole situation that we're coming out of that started in the early part of 2020 has really taken an effect on people's mental states. It's exacerbated what was already going on. And then there's no health care. I mean, there's no care available for mental health. When we started closing all the mental health hospitals, this is what we ended up with.
And there are people who will kill for money, will kill because of mental distress. There are people who just gonna kill, period. Unfortunately, he's just a victim. You know, he's a victim, and it's sad that he's a victim of senseless, unadulterated violence to get little monetary gain. But how much is your soul worth?
Because people don't want to go out here and work anymore. People want to rob, they want to rob, kill, and steal from people. Because it's the easy thing to do. Everybody wants it fast, right now. They don't want to work for it. They want it right now.
When?
Right now.
We're in that popcorn generation still.
It's a sad situation. This is a sad day.
It's beyond sad.
It is.
We're just to the point to where I don't know if we'll ever recover. I don't know.
Hopefully, 216-249-6658 is the number to call in on WNRV1081.com. Remember, there is an election coming up, the general election on November 8th. We got governor, secretary of state, Calvert County executive, all those judges are
county exec.
I said county exec.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
That's important.
That is very important. That
Very
is super
important.
duper
I
important.
got a question for Jay. I wanted you to see this. I was watching on TV 20. The council, the committee is looking for somebody on the police safety. Did you see that they interviewed?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Can you explain that?
So this is an oversight board. It came about when we went into this consent decree, and that board was created from that.
Mm-hmm.
And they said 60 million has been wasted. Or
Yes.
Who gave us that 60 million? Where did that 60 million come from?
That 60 million came from the White House, the Department of Justice.
The stimulus package, the 500.
No. This was way before.
Way before the $531 million.
This was all a part of the not a stimulus. This was all a part of the consent decree.
This after they shot 136.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then the salary. What is the salary on this person? Did they announce how much person that we make?
You know what? I'm not sure if this is a paid position or not. I'm not sure.
What? Somebody would do that for free?
I think there's a small stipend, I believe.
The small stipend, I think, is like $9,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was watching a little bit. It's pretty interesting.
It's the stipend is.
But we're stuck. One thing I've noticed about this city, we just keep redundancy and we keep reinventing the wheel. We'll pay all of these people to come in to consultants to help us, and we'll take what the consultant gives us and be like, we don't like that, so we'll hire some more consultants, and then we'll pay out some more money, and then we'll hire some more consultants, and then we don't like what that one said, so we'll pay out some more money, so we hire somebody else. We just don't know if we're coming or going. And we've been in this consent decree thing a long time. And this is not the first consent decree that Cleveland has actually been in. So what made this one so special was the fact of the 137 shots. That is why they came in again. But this is like the third or fourth consent decree, if I'm not wrong, that Cleveland has actually been in. And nothing has come up the consent decree. So when do we stop making light of these consent decrees and actually do what the Department of Justice is saying we need to do to turn this city around, and the police department? And now we're running into an issue with the police department that, a majority of them, I shouldn't say a lot, a majority of the police force is retiring. And you think we got a problem now? I read the other day that the Cleveland police officers so far this year have racked up $9 million in overtime.
That's
Mainly to patrol. That's crazy.
yeah. I mean,
I should have been a cop.
like the thing about it is like, you know, and it was,
That's mind blowing. That's baffling.
well, remember that most of the police officers who were doing most of the $9 million of work for overtime. Remember, we had the All-Star game here, so they
it
racked
doesn't
up.
matter. You allocate for that though. That's the problem with the budget at the city. There's allocations. You know, you got these events coming up. You know it's coming up.
Well,
You gotta
who's in
plan
charge
ahead
of
of time.
who's in charge of that? That would be what? Who's in charge of that?
Down at the city of Cleveland?
Who's in charge of that?
I don't know who he hired.
But what department is in charge of that? Ain't it the police department, the Cleveland
No,
City Council?
the city sets the budget.
City sets the budget. So the thing about it is we already have what they have. And a lot of those officers, and I talked to some of those officers because I was at the last event down in, I forget. It was one of those events in the All-Star game. This one officer said that he worked 24 hours pretty much nonstop during the All-Star weekend. So by the time he got home, he said he was off at 8:00.
Everybody worked. I worked 24 hours goddamn on All-Star weekend.
Did you really?
Right, yeah.
You got a whole bunch of shit to do.
Right.
And
But
I got stuck in the snow.
yeah,
Oh yeah, it was
snowing.
real snow. It was
It
bad.
was just cold.
It was cold.
Yeah.
So
But we got to stop wasting time.
mhm.
We know what needs to get done, but if we fix the problems, then some of these people that are sitting in these positions of power ain't gonna know what to do with themselves because the problems have been fixed and they don't know their jobs. That's the whole
Right.
issue. And you know, we got to just stop reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
Got to stop reinventing it.
Well, here's the thing with that money. It could, I mean, and we're still, 250 officers short of a full squad
It's
here?
gonna go to 400.
And you need qualified. So if you are qualified to be a Cleveland police officer, please apply. Please
We
apply.
need some of these bad boys out here that that's trigger happy.
Right.
Trigger happy. Go apply for the police department.
Right. So if you want to do that, go ahead and apply for the police department. They need people, and they need not hire retread officers that have been did some stupid stuff in other departments because that's what's
never
going
to happen. The blue shield is always going to be there.
good.
That blue shield is never going anywhere.
Good.
No, I mean that's not good because you'll get officers from different.
I'm
police
being
departments.
sarcastic when I say
Oh, okay.
good.
I was about to say
Good, not good. It's not good at all. It's. I'm trying not to cuss here. It's messed up for real. I'm just saying.
I mean, we're getting ready to go into the holiday season.
God. You
But
think it's
my-
bad now?
Yeah, my main, well, not one of my main concerns, but one of the things that I have my eye on is when we get the snow plowing right this year.
Hopefully there won't be what
Yeah.
happened
Petty.
this
Shut
past
up.
year. Yeah, you trying to be real petty right now. I understand that. You trying to be real.
I just want to know if we're going to get the snow plowing right.
All right. Speaking of getting things right in departments, as we all know, Eric Gordon, the CEO of Cleveland Public Schools, is retiring at the end of the year.
Did you see them comments on Cleveland.com?
You should have. Oh, wait, they got rid of comments on Cleveland. They brought them back.
I seen some of
What
them.
were the
Get
com-
your hat, get your coat, and get on out that door.
He should have never been. He should have never been whatever his title is. That's
He was the CEO. But,
CEO of Cleveland Public
but here's the
Schools.
thing. Okay, here's what I will say. Eric wasn't the best, but he wasn't the worst.
So that the CEO considered superintendent.
Yes.
Yes.
He wasn't the best, but he wasn't the worst. I mean, look at Eugene Sanders. I mean, and look at what's her name, Barbara Byrd Bennett. You know, and now she's in Cleveland. So I mean, look
You
at
mean
her.
in Chicago?
Chicago, yeah, she's in Chicago. Look at her. So you know, he wasn't the best, but he wasn't the worst. And then now we don't know who's coming behind him because that appointee is being appointed
By him?
by the mayor.
By Mayor Bidd.
Okay.
Okay, so hopefully that in hindsight, all right, stop. I understand that you trying to fire like more shots,
She's back. She's
right?
back.
You trying to fire more shots. So let's see if the appointee by Mayor Justin Bibb has the right credentials to pull the Cleveland Public Schools out of this particular funk, whatever they're in. So
F report card, but okay.
yeah, the F report card is funky, it's nasty, and the children need better leadership. The teachers need better pay. The principals.
Now wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
You say that children need better leadership. No, them parents need to get on their job. We ain't gonna put this all on the educators, okay? We just not gonna do
Well, like I said, when I say that children need better leadership, I'm not talking about just the educators. I'm talking about the home, the parents.
You gotta be specific.
Okay, well, the parents in the home, the educators, everybody, because all around this whole community is failing these young people, and that's why you got the wild, wild west in the streets right about now. That's why you got children killing children. Well, I hate to say it, but kids killing kids. That's why you got, that's why you got shootings at a high school, James Ford Roads. I am so glad.
He was a football player.
I am so glad that my son is not in Cleveland Public Schools, because my hair would be grayer than Santa Claus right now, dealing with this stuff here in Cleveland Public Schools, because what we have here now, we gotta secure the schools, and then we gotta educate, and then the home life has to be better to give these parents who more opportunities to earn a decent income, to raise these children in a proper environment. And whoever doesn't have one, the community, the city itself has to.
I got something to say.
What? What?
In the words of Bernie Mac. These punk ass parents need to get their shit together.
I was trying to be nice, but
no,
okay, I go ahead.
Nice. Call a spade a spade. That's the problem.
You mean these
tiptoeing on shit? We gotta stop tiptoeing around.
You mean these sissy parents need to get their stuff together as far as these children are concerned?
Get your ass and go to work. I don't care if it's McDonald's. I don't care if it's Burger King. It's a job. You gotta start somewhere.
Oh, by the way, most of these restaurants pay per day. So yeah,
you can cut that out too. I don't like that. I don't agree with that. Just pay when you work. You get paid at the end of the day. You're putting us further and further into poverty.
We're already in poverty.
But we going backwards.
I mean, we moonwalking at an astronomical pace right about now with that.
We're creating our own issues of poverty in the black communities. We don't need to get paid every day. That's why we're not financially literate.
Well, what about getting paid more? What about the minimum wage going up? Pay more. That's the thing.
And pay us weekly. Give us a good wage that we are able to pay lights, gas, water, sewer, rent, all of that, car notes, insurance, life insurance.
Mm-hmm. And rent is going up.
And why is rent going up? Why is rent going up when we have so many people in the city of Cleveland, Cuyahoga County alone, that lives below the poverty line? I don't understand it. And you got all these council people, and Blaine, I'm coming for you, baby. Sorry, I'm coming for you, Blaine. I'm coming for you.
You're the president of it.
Why do we have all these new developments going up in our black communities that were a low to moderate income area, and now you found a way to trick the system to bring in these market rate projects, and you're going to charge market rate rent, and you sending us out into the suburbs that they once lived in. Reverse white flight is going on, and it is going on right up under our nose. And the people that look like us is helping move us out of our communities and pricing us out of our own communities.
Well,
Blaine, I had to go there with you, brother. I had to go there with you.
Today's word on headline I is gerrymandering. Repeat, gerrymandering. And
It's not gerrymandering, because gerrymandering is how they draw the political lines.
Okay, what else is it?
This is reverse white flight.
Oh,
This is
the other key
reverse
word
white
is
flight. It's almost redlining. So when you look at this,
okay.
just look at how people, those that don't look like us, they moved to the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
They went out there. And then when we got to the point that we can go to the suburbs and we can afford the same type of house they was living in, now they saying y'all can have this because you came out here and you made our property value go down. Because it's a known fact that wherever we go, black folk, my skin folk, wherever we move to, the property value plummets.
Well,
so now they saying, since y'all want to come
I'm using your word
and,
against you by design, correct? By design, right?
Why don't we know that? Why can't we see that? But we go out here and we think we have arrived when we move out here into these suburbs, but we just don't know. They put us back on the plantation again because now they coming back downtown.
Right. So
they coming to push the guy downtown.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Troy Harris. He said, and men do have child support payments. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And making sure that those are paid. Otherwise, they're going to cut us off and make sure that we don't have any kind of monetary gain and men have child support payments.
White men are on child support more than black men.
That is a known fact.
That is.
And you only on child support. I can't talk about it. You neglect some baby mothers be bitter, but a lot of the time the father neglects on the child. You know what I'm saying?
I am not one of those people. Trust me.
On child support.
Right, but
it's so many variables.
So many variables. Very
variables.
Different.
Yeah.
There's so many variables that's pushing us further and further into poverty, and we don't see it. These laws push us into poverty.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, everybody is asking, why are people not trying to go out to the polls?
We've had this discussion, and I can't say it enough. And it just behooves me that the more I say it, the more people act like they don't understand it. Listen, we have over 300,000 unaffiliated voters in the county.
Mm-hmm.
Unaffiliated means you don't identify with one party, Republican or Democrat. When you are unaffiliated and you go to vote in the primary elections, if your particular city or whatever it is, township or whatever, doesn't have any issues on the ballot, no one is running, you don't vote.
And what about now that the general is coming up in November?
So now when the general elections come up, it's a bipartisan ballot anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you get to the general election, you're going to identify with something. So why not pull a ballot in the primary to say you identify with the Republican? Just so you can vote, because maybe your candidate is a Republican. But if you don't vote for that person and you don't pull a ballot in the primaries and they don't make it to the general, then what you going to do? We've created this mess by telling people that they can be unaffiliated. And there's a new political party on the ballot come November.
And which party is that?
It's called Independent Working People Party.
Independent Working People Party? Yes, I
like
saw that. And the thing about it is like people will want to flock for that because I think people are sick of both the Republican and the Democrats at this particular point in time.
But here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
We get this new party. We get it up and running. They got to go through all of the particulars to get this party to where it needs to be. We still 10 years down the road. We don't got 10 years to wait. 10 years at the most, 5 at the least.
5 at the least.
We don't have that type of time. We keep recycling the same old politicians. And then you got these old guards in the way that don't want to move and relinquish whatever little power they think they have.
Key word, power. And it's not
they think that they have.
The sitcom. It's not the sitcom made up by 50 Cent. It is what they want. and they want to keep the little bit of power that they have, the little bit of prestige that they have, the little bit of name and recognition that they have, because they want to be known for being down with the public, but not really being down with the public, because of the simple fact of the matter is those same politicians who say that they're with the people lie, and they are getting their political dollars to run campaigns and do whatever that from big time businesses. And by the way, I want to bring this up before break. We don't need another damn jail. We just don't need another Cuyahoga County jail, period, point blank. And if you want to try to allocate over $300 million to build a new one, I strongly suggest that you don't, because whoever is going to run in the next 3 years for anything, people are going to remember what you did with that stimulus money or other money. Some of them will.
No, they're not.
The smart ones will.
Them two woke ones, they're not gonna remember. But the other thing is too is that we have got to stop just doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
We got to. I mean, we just don't get it. We just do not get it. I mean, they've torn down the projects over there, right by the Opportunity Corridor. Not Morris Black, but the other ones over there. They done torn down. And I've seen the renderings for these market rate apartments. They done moved these people out to Lorain County on vouchers, public housing vouchers in Lorain County. They done moved these people away.
What is that building next to the corridor that's on Kinsman? That's all be purple and like that. Y'all know what's in that?
Purple.
Could be like it looks like marijuana growing out of there.
No.
Oh, you know what?
What is it?
What is it?
That they grow lettuce.
It's a greenhouse.
Yeah, it's a
I
greenhouse.
feel like they had something to do with the corridor too.
Corridor? No, he's a black man.
Okay.
He's a black man, and the USDA gave him, I want to say, like $2-3 million for that. So he grows all your different types of lettuce, and I think he has a tilapia farm in there too. I think, but he sells and distributes to all the local restaurants for that.
Right.
That's what he does in there. But you know, the corridor, you know, as I said it before, it's the Opportunity Corridor to nowhere. It's not going to benefit us.
Was it supposed to?
We would think
now.
it's been 25 years in the making, and we have all these politicians that look like us within those 25 years. You mean tell me they weren't advocating for us?
Some maybe, but others no. That's the con. And the reason I'm laughing is because of the simple fact of the matter is sometimes you got to laugh to keep from crying, because if this situation doesn't get any better, then neither will our communities get any better. That's the problem. And if you think that it's bad now, it's going to get a hell of a lot worse.
And I think we got to stop saying that too, because whatever we put out into the atmosphere is what it gives us back.
Well, hopefully it'll get better. I want it to get better.
And what are we doing to make sure that it gets better? Well, you know, we got to stop saying it's only going to get worse, because that's the narrative that they want us to carry.
Well,
everything is a narrative state. So if we say it's only going to get worse, it's going to get worse, and then make sure it gets worse.
Well, hopefully it'll get better. Hopefully that we have a higher voter turnout in the general.
I doubt it, but okay.
I'm shooting for 50 this time.
50 what?
50%. Hey, it can happen. I said it can get better, right? I'm trying to be positive here.
We'll barely break 30, and the reason why I say 30 is because we're electing a new governor. You know, shout out to Cheryl Stevens and Nan Whaley. You know, they're running for governor and lieutenant governor, and then you got the county exec position. So you know, shout out to Chris Renee and
Lee Weigard.
You know, so you got two positions that are very powerful in the county and then in the state. And then you got all your other ones where you got your judges for Deborah Turner. You got Wanda C. Jones going up against Kevin Kelly. You know, you got Rubel, who's trying to retain his seat. And, you know, you got all these judges that are rerunning again.
Wait a minute. I really, before we go to break, Kevin Kelly, who ran for mayor last year and lost soundly to Justin Bibb, is running for judge. Yeah. Shout out to Kareem of Black Lives Matter Cleveland, bringing that how the inexperience of Kevin Kelly. Why? Oh God!
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And somebody posted, I think it might have been Kareem that said it. You know, people will vote for him on name recognition and because he's a white man. Now I'm just calling it like it is.
That's the stupidest thing ever.
That's statistical data.
Oh, and by the way, you got black people politicking for him to become judge. Some preachers are politicking for him to become judge. I'm not going to call you out because you already know who the hell you are. By the way, I'm glad I left your church, idiot. What? Let's go to break for real. That's the thing about it is we gotta. When we come back, we're going to talk about more. Oh, by the way, forgot about the East Cleveland chief that got indicted. It's about time. Shout out to Mariah Crenshaw for that particular instance of news and everything. Of course they are.
First of all, he should have never been a chief.
He doesn't even have the resume to be the chief of police over there. He doesn't even have the knowledge to be the chief of police over there. And then you got Brandon, who's in court. Mariah posted this. Brandon's in court with the attorney for the city. She can't represent him.
Well, he's trying to stop him from they're trying to the recall. He's trying to stop the
I mean, it's so racist that it should not be a white cop in 99% black city.
Right.
Tell about the Brandon King.
Right. This is the late great Jesse Powell. You on the headline eye on nervedjs.com.